Ayan, so I'm gonna be adding my video game videos to this channel, the Game Bro Game Bro account, and so it's almost the new year. A lot of rumors that Switch 2 is gonna be announced soon. I think January 8th. And here's what's his name, Nintendo Forecast, talking about Switch One plans. I mean the original Switch, and so he's showing what's this, Switch Lite, and I think I have not watched the video yet, but I probably can guess why he's showing Switch Lite right now, and it's been my suspicion that when Switch 2 comes out, Switch Lite, Switch One model will still be sold alongside the Switch 2 as a lighter model, cheaper one, something that kids can own, and they'll come with a lot of variants. Maybe a light version, something that's near something that you could probably put in your pocket comfortably, and it extends actually. It's gonna come for, like, it's gonna be the most sold console of all time, like by a wide margin, because Switch One light version, sold alongside Switch Two. If it's really for a dirt cheap price, it's gonna it's gonna sell, and not necessarily even compete with Switch 2, right? Because they'll have crossplay, have similar library of games, but and Nintendo could still support this, with smaller games, which I think the publishers are starting to, and developers are starting to understand that not everything needs to be AAA, and also it's gonna be still perfect, for indie games, and even these family titles. We're, we don't know. There might be, and then you have your Switch Lite, and you have some kind of interoperability. Now, this could be an updated Switch Lite that's maybe down the line even something that you could dock. We don't know really, but it's a it's a cool idea, I think, and I've thrown this. I mean, the Nintendo Forecast is just starting to talk about it, but I'm telling you guys, this is a good strategy for Nintendo to keep a Switch One model alongside the Switch Two. That's very affordable. They just you could just, like, everyone can own, and I think if Nintendo plays their cards right, they will be the only game company left with a hardware business, meaning Switch will be like the iPhone of mobile phones. There'll be similar phones out there, but the go-to, you want to play a video game, you go get the Switch. That's it. That's, I think, should be the target for Nintendo, because PlayStation is already, it's selling well, but it's already the the strategy, the ecosystem. It's getting bland. Probably why Sony's trying to catch up, and they're saying that, alongside, maybe down the line, they're gonna be putting out a PlayStation 5 portable. PlayStation 5 portable that does not play PlayStation 5 games. That's a kind of a exaggerated statement, but it's true. They're saying that it'll play PlayStation 5 games, but not at the same rate. It'll be a downgraded version probably. So developers will have to readjust the game. They need to tweak it so that it'll run for the. It's just it's just the PSP Go all over again. So whatever Sony Portable cooking up is, it's nothing but PSP Go 2. It's not the PSP 3. You know, because the original PSP was PSP, then and then PS Vita came out. That's pretty much the PSP 2. I think the next Sony Portable, it is not the PSP 3. You know, it is the PSP Go 2. You know, have a lot of issues uh, porting. You know, people, developers will, because we don't know, right? And if it needs to match the portability of the Switch 2, then they are obligated to make it an ARM, using an ARM processor, right? They can't use 486 or x86, and so this just, I think Sony's just star graping, or what's that? You know, they're just putting out that press release. You know, so it'll affect Switch 2 sales, right? Like, oh, don't buy the Switch 2. Like, wait 5 years. It's just dumb. I think Sony is afraid of the possible. I mean, Switch 2 can be like the PlayStation 2 of Nintendo. You know, they grab, you know, they take back market share with the Switch, and it's already crossed over two generations of PlayStations, the 4 and the 5, and it's still selling. You know, it's a really old. I think people are saying like it's 8-year technology. No, the X, what's that? The Tegra processor inside the Switch, yeah, I think was released in 2013. If I'm not mistaken, it is a 11-year-old. It's 11-year-old hardware, and it's still, you know, look at these, you know, just with good art direction, you know, smooth frame rate, uh, great animation. You know, these developers, you know, Sony developers, there's two, and some AAA developers, they're too they're too addicted to these, what they call AAA graphics. But you know, art can be any medium. You know, so you can make a NES game, Nintendo Entertainment System game, and it's art. You know, you can make a PlayStation 1 game, and it's art. You know, so hardware doesn't really dictate the level of our artistic excellence that these games can achieve. So yeah, a shout out to Nintendo Forecast. Anyone who's watching, I hope you check him out. It's really interesting. But he goes on this long-winded analysis, and it's, you know, it will take up much of your time. Kind of similar to me, but I always limit myself to the 10-minute mark on TikTok. So happy New Year, guys! I hope Switch 2 is announced or probably released soon. I will be reviewing it once I get my hands on it. I mean, in all aspects, like hardware, gameplay wise, launch games, and you know, repairability, because I'm a video game technician, and yeah, everything. So yeah, also like today's Rizal Day here in the Philippines. So in honor of the great what do you say, Filipino revolutionary propagandist, Jose Rizal.